Welcome to Living 757. As you can see, it's just us two. Patricia has the week off.
Yeah, Patricia, enjoy the week off. Maybe I hit her too hard last week, and this is her way to take a break without taking a break.
She did say she had a headache.
Oh my gosh, man, the responses we got from last week's episode when people said, "Did you actually hit her in the nose?" And I said, "I don't know, I was blind." I don't know, maybe she was overacting.
So, listening to it, because obviously we were blindfolded.
Yeah.
That first time you hit her, I was like, did he just hit her that hard?
We're talking about a game for those of you who may not have seen.
If y'all didn't see, we were blindfolded with dog toys on our feet.
Squeaky toys, right?
And hitting each other with a pool noodle.
Right.
And he got Patricia really good.
Yeah,
Not
well,
once, but twice.
You got me good. I think I definitely got her good twice. But if she would have
And
connected.
she got me good too.
Yeah, if she would have connected with Patricia, get well soon, young lady. And I'm sorry, okay? Please don't file a lawsuit on me, okay? It was just a mistake. But that, we were doing that to take out some frustration, right? Because we were nearing the halfway point. Well, June is here. It's the halfway point of the year, right?
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of things that's going on. I know the weather's going to start changing, hopefully for the better. But I can't wait for this to almost be over, okay? I've been tasked with organizing our family reunion.
Ooh.
So I got Texas family, and I got my Texas bloodline is also here in Virginia. And so in my generation, we're the next generation up to start doing family reunions. And I was like, hey, we need to bring this to Virginia and not always come to Texas. And yeah, I've been doing a lot. So
And they said, okay, plan it.
Yeah. And so that's what's been happening. Do y'all do family reunions? Because ours are every 2 years.
Most of our family is fairly local.
Got you.
So we don't really do organized reunions. Last summer we did a big beach trip where we got
I remember that.
a big beach house
In the Outer Banks.
and everybody
Yeah.
went. Yep. But we see each other on a fairly regular basis, cousins, aunts, uncles.
Yeah.
We're all pretty tight, on my side and on Keith's side. So we're lucky.
So we're lucky, so I'm unlucky.
No,
gotta
I
do
don't
all
mean that. I mean, we're
Too late.
fortunate to have family close by that we
That's a
don't
better word.
have to plan an event to see them.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have that, and I know that.
Yeah. Well, it's so many cool things that we can always do here, so I'm just glad that they get a chance to experience Virginia.
Yes. Yes. So you know that I have lived in several of the 7 cities, right? Before I moved to Los Angeles, I was living on Rudy Inlet, right at the oceanfront.
Yeah.
And I love it there. It's beautiful. But there's been this whole thing where they are going to upgrade Rudy Loop, which is down there past Waterman's. Here's a video rendering of what it's gonna be, but it's so exciting. They put out 3 different plans for the public. People kind of voted on what features they liked the best, and they came up with this master plan that kind of incorporated all of it. It's going to feature nature trails, nature-based play areas, inlet steps down to the water, cycling and pedestrian paths, an event pavilion, a water plaza. So where water comes out of the ground and you can take your kids in their swimsuits and they can run through.
Hold up, that looks so familiar. You remember when we did the dolphin tours? Isn't that where we came out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Rudy Inlet is where you can do all the tours and rent boats and whale watching and all of that kind of stuff, or parasailing.
Yeah.
It's where the marina meets the ocean.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, sticking on the ocean front, I think you've participated or you've been a part of this event. This is the National Soccer Sand Championship, the National Sand Soccer.
The North American Sand Soccer Championship.
Yeah, so this is also going to be on the ocean front. Check this information out here. You guys can get out there and enjoy yourself on June 6th through the 8th. Grab yourself a seat. And this is featuring the world's elite beach soccer players, and they're kicking up the sand as well as some goals to championships. They also fund for improving the Hampton Roads Soccer Complex, and they're supporting the facility improvements and enhancements. So you've been this before, right?
Yes. So you incorrectly said that I played in it. For anybody who's known me for a long time, I'm not lying. I didn't play in it.
She did.
I used to go with my little brother. No, my brother played.
Okay.
And it was always a great time. I've never seen more people at the oceanfront,
Yeah.
and there are teams from several different countries. And they range in age from like 6 years old all the way through pros.
Yeah.
So you can really see lots of different levels of soccer. And it's interesting to see how different the play is on sand and without shoes on versus like in cleats and on grass.
Yeah, like I've run on sand before, and you talk about a workout, that is a workout and a half. Now, what's really not a workout, this is a horrible transition, by the way, is kittens. Okay? They're so fluffy. so did you just meow?
I did.
They're so fluffy.
I did. It felt right, so I went for it.
Well, check it out. Look, we recently, 2 years now, we adopted a dog, but I used to own a cat. Like, I used to have a cat. And the difference between dogs and cats is, you don't own a cat owns you. Okay, the cat tells you what it's going to do. But folks, there are some cats that you guys can help out and be foster parents of. Look at these little cuddly little kittens here. Now, the Hampton Roads area has shelters, and the shelters are overwhelmed. We're talking like 3,500 kittens that are in need of fostering, including more than 150 already taken by the Chesapeake Animal Services this month. So some homes are definitely, look at how that cat is looking like, is it gonna be you?
It's so cute.
Is it gonna be you?
It's like staring into your soul.
I feel like that Sarah McLachlan song is gonna come on. In the arms of an angel,
Oh my.
fly away.
Quincy, I'm glad my husband is allergic because that song and those kitten eyes would have made me want to adopt one of those kittens.
Good.
And
Well,
Lord knows we don't need any more pets.
No. But what you guys need is a great show that we got planned for you
Yes,
today.
you do.
I promise you. Look, first of all, Ashley is going to be making herself some hats, okay? That's off the top. And then we'll be getting inspired to go on a work vacation. Well, kind of like what I do, a workcation.
And we have our performance by Brandon Bauer. But first, coming up after the break, we're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship to food. Stay right there.
Hey guys, welcome back to Living 757. As you can see, it's a little gloomy outside with the rain, but I'm inside and it smells delicious in this food truck. Check this out. Our next guest is a businesswoman who went from delivering your mail to delivering us all the taste of Jamaica right here in Hampton Roads. So let's welcome to Living 757, Siobhan Haro. Hello,
Hey,
Miss
how are you
Siobhan.
doing?
How are you?
Pretty good. Thank you guys so much for having me here.
Yeah. Well, we're happy to have you. Well, I'm happy because it means that I get to eat and other people can't. All right. So, talk about. I mean, you went from delivering the mail and then your passion for making food and all that. Like, so what was the inspiration?
So the inspiration started from, I would say, my grandma, who started me off cooking as a younger at the age of 11.
Yeah.
And she started me off browning chicken, making rice, and eventually I started making all of the Sunday meals.
Yeah.
And I'm the oldest of my siblings, so I was able to make dinner for my siblings
Okay.
while my parents were at work. So it just kind of worked out, and I've just grown up to just continue to do more of it as I
Yeah.
got older.
Well, you have your own food truck, so
Yes.
let's talk about what we're going to be eating today because this is about meat and this looks too good. So, what have we prepared?
So these are our tropical tacos, and it has jerk shrimp.
Okay.
And then we make our pico a little different. We put pineapple in it, hence the tropical idea behind it.
Okay.
It kind of reminds me of Jamaica. I figured if I'm going to do anything in my food and represent Jamaica, I wanted to use things that are local to us and that we use a lot back home. So these are my jerk shrimp tacos, and it has pineapple pico, and we have a sweet and spicy sauce. And it's been a great seller. People seem to love it, and they love the fact that the pico is fresh with the pineapples, and it just
Okay.
brings a different flair.
Okay, so now you've got jerk flavored shrimp, and then this is jerk flavored chicken.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so break this down. What does the jerk mean?
So jerk is basically spices. It has a lot of different spices like herbs like thyme, allspice, traditional Jamaican spices that brings out like a little smoky, not too spicy. I would say I use the milder version of the jerk seasoning because I don't like for it to be too spicy. I want everybody to be able to come here and enjoy. I do have a spicy jerk sauce that you can get if you like to kick it up a notch.
Oh, well, yeah,
So-
I feel the foot right now. So what do I say? Is it Ari or is it Yaman?
Yeah,
Like if it tastes
man.
good.
Yeah, man is a traditional way to say wagwan. Or
Wag-
yeah, man, when you get something good to eat, you say, yeah, man, this nice, you know?
Yeah, man, this nice. You know? Hey, I got
So, okay, you graduated. You're Jamaican now.
yeah, you know what? And this is really jerky spicy. So, okay, so I'm gonna take a bite out of this, but I want you to talk about the history of the Jamaican food and why it's a delicacy and why people should try it.
So Jamaican food is rich in culture. It's flavorful, bold flavors. I know I've traveled a lot of places, but for me, food has never tasted as good as it has back home. And I might be a little biased because I am from home, but I feel like the flavors are really bold, distinct. Even though we use the same spices in multiple dishes, each dish is unique in itself.
Yeah.
So like jerk chicken has the same spices as curry, but curry and jerk chicken is two different things.
Two different things.
And so that's what I love about Jamaican food. Like it's bold flavors, tastes really good,
Yeah.
and a whole bunch of natural. So like all my life, I've never had fast food, frozen food. We've always made everything from scratch, and that's what I love about Jamaican food the most. Is it's
no.
home cooked food, you know?
I don't know if you noticed, but I just slurped the juice out the palm of my hand. That's how good this stuff is. It is. Look at the juices just flowing. Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Girl, don't laugh at me. I'm
That
trying.
is funny.
Now, what I will say is this. You've been in a lot of places around the Hampton Roads area.
Yes, I have.
You've served a lot of places. So, do you have any places that's coming up where people can look for this truck? And what's the name of this business?
This business is called Sundays with Chev, hence the name Sundays. It started out making dinners on Sundays, but I graduated to making Sunday dinners every day, any day of the
Nice.
week, and that's what I want to provide to people who are looking for comfort on any given day of the week. All of my locations and times are on my website or on streetfoodfinder.com. It has dates, times, locations,
Okay.
and we're going to be doing a lot of great festivals this year coming up, like
Yeah.
the Black Food Festival
Okay.
at Mount Trashmore, multiple things, and we do lunches at hospitals, breweries,
Good.
a lot of different things. So you can find us in 5 cities in Hampton Roads: Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, Portsmouth, Norfolk.
Yeah.
So we're all over.
Perfect. Well, look, the Taste of Jamaica is in the Hampton Roads area. We want to thank you so much, Siobhan. And I'm going to finish this taco. But first, I got to send it to the... Okay, so what she's doing, she's got the food industry on lock around here, right? She's empowering in that way. And on the inside of the studio, Ashley is with another guest who's empowering women just as much.
Empowerment is correct, and our next guests are from the oldest and largest multicultural women's organization in the world, from the YWCA of Southampton Roads. Please join me in welcoming Michelle and Christy. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us on Living 757. I know we've been trying to make this work out for a little bit now.
We're here.
Yes. Now, for anybody watching who doesn't know, what do you all do at the YWCA?
Well, YWCA Southampton Roads, our mission is to eliminate racism, empower women, and promote peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. And we really do that work through the intersection of our work in the space of domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, and intimate partner violence. And then it's that educational component wrapped around racial justice and healing and what that looks like for our clients that we serve to be made healthy and whole, and what does it look like to have vibrant communities where everyone thrives.
I love it, and it's so needed in this day and age because so many people are going through a lot of the things that you mentioned and just don't know where to turn for help.
Right.
So first of all, thank you for what you do. You all have an amazing event that's coming up. Can you tell me about the Conference on Rest?
Well, exciting to have. It's our 4th annual conference, started in 2021, and REST really is centered around the work of racial equity and social transformation, and how do we create a healthy Hampton Roads through the power of its people. So REST really leans into those societal issues that seem like taboo or scared to talk about, especially in today's time, and really creates a safe space and a brave space for individuals to engage, to learn and grow, and then take those learnings back into their organizations, their workplaces, their homes, their schools, wherever, and implement some change.
Knowledge is power.
It absolutely is.
Now, Christy, for anybody attending the REST conference, what can they expect?
What they can expect is a space to learn, to grow, and to explore race, equity, and justice in a meaningful way.
Nice.
Yes.
Now, what kind of different things are there to do there?
What we're going to have to do there is, one, they're going to be able to do our breakfast. We have our breakfast with our guest speaker, our guest speaker, Miss Mickey Kendall, who is a bestseller author of Hood Feminism. We're also going to be honoring great community leaders in the community, as well as our scholarship winner. And then from the breakfast, we're going to move to our breakout sessions. And from our breakout sessions, we're going to wrap up.
That's so exciting. And I love all of the women empowerment. It makes me happy.
That's it. That's the theme for this year. What about the women?
Yes.
What about the women? So many times we don't have that conversation about
agree.
change that happens in community. Typically it's led by a woman behind the scenes.
Yep. You know it.
You want something done, give it to a girl.
Exactly.
That's right. You heard it here first, but it's not original. Now, you've mentioned the word community several times. Why is it so important for the YWCA of Southampton Roads to have community partnerships?
Well, community partnerships are that's what helps us to get through. It helps us to fund all of our programs that are free, our victim advocacy, counseling, crisis services, our racial equity and social justice work, the education and outreach. So without community partners, organizations like a YWCA would find themselves hard-pressed to be able to function. The other piece of community partnership is that it builds a sense of community.
Yep.
People give to what they're passionate about and what they believe in, and so that's what community partners do when they come to the work of a YWCA.
I love it. And it's so important, like I've been saying this whole interview. It's a topic that touches a lot of people's lives. If people want to get involved or if they want to come to the event, what is your website, your social media? Where can people find more information?
They can find more information on our website at ywca-shr.org. They can also go to ywca-shr.org/REST. And our number is 757-625-4248.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for everything that
Thank
you're
you.
doing in the community, because it's really important and it's needed.
Absolutely.
Thank you, ladies.
So thank you.
Of course. Thank you for
having
coming.
us.
All right, guys, we have to take a break, but we just heard from an organization that empowers women. And the next segment is a Shakespearean tale as old as time, having to do with a girl who probably could have used their help. We're talking star-crossed lovers right after the break.
segment is brought to you by Stanton Optical.
Book an eye exam or walk into Stanton Optical today to meet with one of our eye care specialists for same-day eye exams and same-day glasses. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Welcome back to the coolest show in town. You guys know I love a good hat, and I might be just a little bit quirky, so the more unique, the better. Well, hats off to our next guest, Miss Angelica from Lasso and Lace. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining us. I have to say your setup is so cute and so unique. I love it.
Thank you.
Now, you are a fairly new business, but you're already making your mark on the community. So can you kind of walk me through how you got started and why you decided to start the business?
Yeah, so I was just scrolling on TikTok at 1 in the morning and I saw a lady doing this on live, just taking orders and designing hats, and I thought that was a really cool idea. Then the next morning I wake up and a local woman was selling her entire hat business, and I thought this is a sign from the universe, and I think I should roll with it. And I, that same day, bought the entire business, and I have been doing it since.
That's so exciting. And what you are doing is making custom hats. So you take a blank canvas and then you have people pick things that are kind of indicative of their personality or what they like, or maybe even as a gift, right?
Yeah.
And you make them on site.
Yes, we press all our hats on site. I do help with the whole design process. I do have people that come to us and say, I have no idea what I want, but these are my favorite things.
Right.
So I tell them, go wild, pick out the patches that speak to you, and then bring them to me, and I help lay out the design, and then we go from there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to know how it goes. Somebody books you for an event, you show up, you set up this amazing setup, and then what happens? Walk me through the actual making of the hat.
Yeah, so this is just a mini setup to what we bring to our events. I have over 1,000 hats and patches and pins and
Oh my
accessories
goodness.
to choose from. So this is just a minimal setup that we have, but we typically start with the color hat that they want. From there, they pick out the patches that they want. So typical 4 to 6 patches per hat. They bring them to me. We have these little stencils where they can kind of look and lay out the patches that they picked out. And then from there, once we get a good layout, I go ahead and tape it up, and then I start the press process.
Okay.
So from here's one just from some of your favorite things. I figured the color scheme and everything that you were going for. From there, I just tape it up,
Okay.
and then I get the hat color choice.
I picked white because it goes with like
With
everything.
and I think with all these colors, they'll pop.
Yes. I love bright colors,
And
if you
it's
can't tell.
perfect for the summer. And then what I do is I lay them out on the hat like this. And then we press to make it official.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and it's a custom creation, totally unique to the person who made it.
And how long does it take to press once you've picked everything out and put it up there?
So there's a little countdown. It typically takes 30 seconds for the initial
30
press.
seconds.
Yep, for the initial press, we take the tape off and we make sure that everything's nice and sealed. We don't have any corners that are up on any of the patches. And then from there, we let it cool for a little bit, and then that's it.
Now, you are also a mama to 2 young kids. How do you manage everything?
So compared to working a full-time 40-hour-a-week job, this typically runs throughout my weekends, which is fun because I get to bring my kids with me. We can kind of explore the different venues and events. We've popped up at med spas, breweries, at festivals. So it's been a really great way for us to get out to the community as well.
That's really cool. Now, if people want to book you or they want to find more information, what is your website, your social media? Where can they find all of that info? Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Yes, so it's just Shop Lasso and Lace on Instagram. We're going to be posting our June pop-up schedule coming up soon. We'll be popping up all over Virginia Beach and Chesapeake, Hampton Roads area. So be on the lookout for our June pop-up schedule.
Oh my goodness, okay. Now I feel like I need to wear it, right? Right?
Yes.
What do y'all think? I feel like it matches my outfit.
Oh, that is so cute.
I love it.
It's
Well,
totally unique.
Angelica, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for making this beautiful hat. I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys, I love this hat so much, I think I might be obsessed. Did my heart love till now?
Ashley, oh Ashley, wherefore art thou? That was horrible. That was horrible. I am not a trained theatrical actor. I've done some film and movies, but nothing like what these individuals do. And y'all are here, and y'all are going to bring the Romeo and Juliet to Virginia Beach this June. Like to welcome to the show. We got Cliff, we got Lena, we got the director, Patrick. How you doing, guys and lady?
Good.
Good. Well, glad to have you here. You saw a little bit of my skill set, right?
That's right. That's right. I think we should audition you.
You know what? Let's do that. Let's put that on the books. But before we get to that, you are the director
Yes.
of Romeo and Juliet. Can you give us a little backstory about what this version is that's coming to Virginia Beach?
Sure. I mean, it's Shakespeare, so it's like that language, but it's cut to 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And Shakespeare back in the day was super accessible and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so this is too, and these guys are killing it. And it's a short 90-minute version. It's fun, and you know, it's a tragedy or a drama, right? So kind of feels like a horror movie a little bit. And
Really?
Yeah, and so you know how in a horror movie you're like, don't go in there, and you know, same thing happens in Romeo and Juliet. You're like, don't drink. Oh,
And they do.
same sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going to be at Rouge.
Well, it's at Lynnhaven House.
Okay.
We're Rouge Theater Reinvented, but we do mostly site-specific work.
Yeah.
So it's Shakespeare on the Lawn. You get all the romanticness of like that summer Shakespeare idea, but it's in front of Lynnhaven House, which is 300 years old this year.
Wow.
And so Virginia Beach History Museums are partnering with us on this, and we've added a back deck to the house.
Okay.
So the house is Juliet's house, and you see her come in and out, and it's
Yeah.
like the whole thing happens right there on the property.
Oh, and this is done outside. So, Lena, you are Juliet.
Yes.
Okay. And I know that you, let's talk about number one, you're a Chesapeake native. And also understand that you're alum of the Governor's School for the Arts. That's pretty big time.
Yes, I went here to the Governor's School for the Arts in Norfolk. I was part of the theater and film department there. We did lots of Shakespeare there as well.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that helped with you landing this role as Juliet.
Yes, I've done lots of Shakespeare training. I also just graduated from the University of North Carolina School of the Arts a couple of weeks ago. So
Nice,
I'm back home.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so now to Romeo, because you have to roll the R, right? Romeo. Right, so now you've got a pretty extensive background. A lot of people don't know this, but you play saxophone and the drums.
Yes. I come from a family of musicians.
Yeah.
My dad, I have the same name. His name is Clifford Clark. He plays saxophone. He's played saxophone professionally for years. And my brother, Christopher Clark, also plays drums professionally from Chrisette Michelle, Yellow Wolf, Teddy Riley. So it's in the blood.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, you know
yeah.
what? I can see, and you almost got that little suave look about you. So to play Romeo, do you have to be suave, or like what tools do you need to be able to get the Romeo part?
I would say suave, no. Funny, a little bit, you know, kind of Will Smithish, you know, give a little shoulder.
so you got to throw the shoulder in. You got to have a hand.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like, you know, being confident in oneself in all aspects is what helped, you know, me get that.
You know what, man? I am
Yeah,
not mad
you
at you. You know, although I think I could have probably auditioned.
You could, yeah.
Okay, all right. So maybe later.
Maybe later.
Tossing
Let's
that up
do that.
again.
Yeah.
No, but for you, like, what went into the creative process? Because it looks like both of these are two trained actors, actresses, and they have the pedigree. So what goes into the creative process of putting this play together?
Well, you know, it's a pretty old play.
Yeah.
400 years. But it's really just about normal people living their lives. And I think sometimes the trap is that people make Romeo out to be this suave guy and Juliet to be like the perfect girl. But They're really just teenagers living
Yeah.
their lives, and they make crazy mistakes because
Yeah.
the adults around them are well-intended but give them really bad advice.
Gotcha.
And so, so it's kind of fun to watch it when
Yeah.
it's in contemporary bodies, just like living their lives.
Okay, so then I'm gonna put you two on the spot. Give me a line from the play because I need some inspiration. So just give me a line, and I just want to see what it would sound like.
If I profane with this unworthiest hand, my gentle son is this. Here my lips stand, two blushing pilgrims, ready to smooth thy rough touch with a tender's kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much. Which mannerly devotion shows in this? For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Man, don't look at me after you just said that. 'Cause- okay. So do you think I can try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so this is a line that Romeo would say. But soft, what light through yonder breaks?
Yes.
Oh, window
Yeah.
breaks.
Yes,
Yeah,
window,
yeah,
yes, yes.
Do I need to
Gotta
take
break
it
the
down?
window.
Or, so you got to break the window.
Yeah,
It's not-
I mean, you could just you should trust your instrument. You don't
Okay.
have to push so hard. Just say the
okay,
words.
okay. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun.
He threw it up. He did throw it up. He threw it up.
Can y'all not interrupt me
Okay,
as
my
I'm
bad,
trying
my
to get
bad,
into
my
my?
bad.
Okay. All right. Arise, fair sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the moon. End scene. Okay.
very good.
You know what? I don't know if I could have landed the role like you landed. I think I was too harsh with it. But really quick, where and when can people
Sure.
check this out?
This happens June the 12th through the 21st at Lynn Haven House, which is in Virginia Beach in the Haygood area. And it will run,
What? No,
words
it's
are hard. It will be, you can find tickets at rougeva.org. So Rouge, like the color,
Yeah.
VA is in Virginia, rougeva.org, June 12th through the 21st. You can also find us on social at We Are Rouge VA.
My man, thank y'all for being here, and we definitely want to get out and check out that play. Now, we have traveled back in time with the Romeo and Juliet, but when we come back from break, we're actually going to travel in real time, and we're going to be influenced by it. Stick around and see what I'm talking about. Right up next, more of the show. Hey, thank y'all. This segment is brought to you by Stanton Optical.
Book an eye exam or walk into Stanton Optical today to meet with one of our eye care specialists for same-day eye exams and same-day glasses. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Welcome back to Living 757. Did you know that you can get paid to travel? Our next guest does just that. So please join me in welcoming travel influencer extraordinaire, Kay Janae. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I feel like we coordinated our outfits.
Yes, we're twins.
Like we're on a vacay
Yes,
vibe today.
yes.
Now, for anybody who is planning some summer travel, you know people love a good summer vacay. What are some money-saving tips for traveling?
We love to save money.
Right.
Yes. So one would be to buy 2 one-way tickets. Sometimes with round trip, they do not come out cheaper. So 2 one-way tickets.
What?
Yes.
Okay, my mind is
Also,
blown.
To sign up for the travel loyalty programs with the different airlines. That's one. And another would be to travel off-season.
Okay.
Yes.
These are all great tips. And I know you also said you have a special way to pack to save a little bit of cash too.
Yes.
So let's talk through what we have here on the table.
Okay. First, we have our vacuum travel bag.
Okay.
Where we like to pack, pump, and seal to save a coin.
Wait, that's a pump?
Yes, ma'am. It is a pump. So what you want to do is take this off.
Okay.
Press this.
Okay.
And hold it, and then put it right there.
Oh.
And it deflates and takes out all of the air. Yeah.
How small does it get?
Very tight. And you could even pack more if you had more. And after that, whoop, there you go. You just close it, and you can put this in your carry-on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so then you're not
paying for luggage. because we like to save money.
That's smart.
So that's one.
And what is this?
This one is your ordinary packing cube.
Okay.
And you just pack some toiletries or a couple of outfits in there. You can do that
Okay.
as well. And last but not least, we have our travel pillow.
Okay.
This is typically the ultimate hack.
Right?
So with this, you just open it up like so. Put in a couple of outfits.
Stop it.
Yes, zip it back up. Put it around your neck and you're good to go.
It's your pillow and it's your clothes.
Yes.
I used to travel so much and I have never seen that.
Yes.
So that is definitely mind blowing for me. And I know Quincy is probably taking notes wherever he is because
Yes.
he travels for his workations.
You definitely
A
want to get
lot.
one of those for sure.
Now, when you're going somewhere, we were talking before the segment got started, and when you're going somewhere, you were talking about the importance of researching
Yes.
before you book.
Yes.
Why is it so important?
First, you want to make sure there's no civil unrest in the areas or the country that you may be going to. Also, I've learned that if you're traveling with children, certain countries require certain documents aside from your passport.
Oh.
Yes. So you may have to take your custody papers or their birth certificates. So it's always, always important to know what the required documents are before you travel.
That's so smart. And I just never, it would never would have occurred to me.
Yes. Another thing I would say is when traveling overseas, there's this program called the STEP program,
Okay.
which is Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. And you'll provide them with your itinerary, and they will register you with the closest embassy in that country. In case anything was to go wrong, they'll be able to contact you and know exactly where you're staying.
I had no idea about that.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Okay, you're over here schooling me, but I love it. Now, what are your favorite places that you have traveled to? And are you doing brand deals with these places? Are they paying you to come stay? Or are they giving you free stays and airfare? How does it work?
Okay, so my favorite places would have to be Guatemala. I love Guatemala. El Salvador.
Okay.
I've been to Belize, Honduras, you name it. I totally enjoy myself. And yes, I do get paid to travel from different hotels, different tourism boards, and things like that.
And we are looking at some photos now. It's so cool that you have been to experience all these different cultures and these beautiful places all over the planet, and you're getting paid to do it.
Yes.
What a dream.
Yes.
If there is anybody who's watching who would also like to get paid to travel, what kind of tips can you give them?
One of my tips would be to stay consistent in your posting. Please stay consistent.
Yep.
Don't focus on the views or the numbers. Just post your content and get it out there.
Yep.
Another one would be to pitch to different brands, the brands that you want to work with. Pitch to them. Don't wait for them to pitch to you.
Ooh, that's a
Yes.
really good tip because a lot of times people won't reach out
Right.
first.
Reach out.
You miss 100% of the
the
shots
shots you
that
don't take. That's right.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, quickly before we toss to the next part of the segment, can you tell our viewers where they can find you and follow you?
Absolutely. You can follow me on Instagram, and that is @_Sunkizz, SUNKIZZED. Also on Facebook at SUNKIEZZ. And you can also contact me via email at hello@sunkizz.co.
Okay, Janae, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
and
you
thank
so
you for all these
much.
tips. You guys follow along so you can see all of her amazing adventures. You know we love to travel.
Yes.
Except maybe when we're really hungry, but lucky for us, there are spots right here in the 757 that you don't have to travel far to for good food.
Well, as the month of June is very important in the black community when it comes to black music influences, as well as the new federally celebrated holiday, Juneteenth. And right here in the Hampton Roads area, a local business owner has put together a model that's going to help other small black-owned businesses thrive right here in the area. To tell us more, let's welcome to the 757 owner of 8020 Eatery. Let's welcome Jody Wilson. How you doing, Jody?
Great, thanks. Thank you.
Hey, look, I'm glad to have you on because this is something different, like the 8020 Eatery. Like, kind of give us the history of the idea of this model.
Well, I came with the concept, to do it locally here. It's a concept to help small businesses grow, with lower cost,
Lower
So
cost.
yeah, it's like it helps group economics, also group marketing. So it's just that's the model that helps us sustain.
Yeah, and so the idea is that there's multiple restaurants in one spot. Like, how does that work? Like, do you have a big enough kitchen, man?
Yeah, we have a huge kitchen.
Okay.
So every restaurant in there, restaurant concept has at least their own 3-compartment sink, their own fryers, their own stoves. So everything is separate. and it works a very good model.
Yeah. So it gives the patrons an option, like when they come out, it's like, it's not just this type of food, it's a different set of cuisines and styles and cultures, right?
Yep, you have variations of foods. We have several restaurants. The Juice Bar primarily is the one that I run. Personally, I had the Juice Bar since 2013. I had several locations. Also have one on ODU, on campus ODU. But as far as the eatery itself, we have the Juice Bar, we have Drum Roll. You know, we have several restaurants, and there's so many. I don't want to name everybody, come leave someone out. You know,
you know, and y'all are located up the street from where the outlets are too, so folks are all familiar with the Norfolk outlets. Now, what events do you have coming up to celebrate the Juneteenth holiday?
Okay, so we're doing on Juneteenth, we have a huge patio, outdoor space. So we're going to have for vendors to set up for Juneteenth. No commissions, they just set up and be able to sell their items, and that's what we're going to do for Juneteenth. It's going to be have a DJ. We also have a large screen so they can watch movies outside in the evening. So we're going to have a nice Juneteenth setup.
So it's so many cool things that people can do, and I'm sure, like I heard, there's karaoke, there's live comedy, there's other dancing nights and stuff. Really quick, what do you think the impact has been since this model has been created and presented here?
Yeah, I think it's been a great impact. Like restaurants typically struggle because of the overhead. So the impact this has created is it creates like a model where people can sustain, you know, and we share in marketing, we share in expenses. So the impact, you know, helps financially everyone sustain.
Very smart. Well, we certainly do appreciate you swinging by, but now you've brought to us two of your vendors that are a part of the 80/20 Eatery, so I'm just going to move on towards them, but thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we will definitely be out there to support. Let me come up here with these young ladies here. What is happening? I have Nay and I have Rain. So let's start with you because I'm hungry, and this makes a lot of sense. So what do we have here? It's Nay's Way Philly cheese steak.
Yes. So today we are offering 2 different subs for you to try.
Okay.
These are our top sellers. So we have a salmon Philly, and then we also have a jerk Philly available today.
Okay, now if I taste this salmon, is it salmon or salmon?
It's salmon.
Let's
go to the salmon.
Okay, so I think I've tasted some jerk chicken in the previous segment. I'm going to take a bite out of this and try it. And tell me about these little things.
Yeah, so these are from our Sneaky Juice Bar. We offer the different lemonades and different variations of flavors. So we're also all about health and wellness, and then we have wellness shots available as well in different flavors.
Yeah, okay, so you can get this and then get something to wash it down.
Wash it right on down.
Okay. All right, well, I'm not gonna crack those open. Thank you for telling us about the cheesesteak, and I gotta try that later. Let's move on to these mocktails. I'm still finishing that good tasting over here. Let's come over here to you, Rain. Now, you've got a beautiful setup here, right?
Thank you.
All right, so you serve mocktails there at the 80/20.
Yes.
And what's the name of your business?
Prism Tea Bar.
Prism Tea Bar. So talk to me about these mocktails.
Yeah, so we specialize in teas, lemonades, and different mocktails, all non-alcoholic. Here we have a mango lime green tea and a lychee rose lemonade.
A lychee rose. So what goes into the both of these?
Literally the fruits, the infused syrups, hand squeezed lemons, hand squeezed lime juice. Literally everything is handcrafted.
Okay.
A little bit of spring water or a little bit of tea, whichever one I'm using.
Okay, well, look, I don't want to mess up your beautiful glasses, so can I just...
Got you covered right there.
Oh, well, perfect. This is awesome. Let me take this off. Our producer must have helped you out with this because I got plastic cups.
Oh,
sorry. Oh, wow, that does taste good.
Thank you.
All right, it's like I can taste a little bit of the, I'm not going to lie to you, I can taste a little bit of the honey.
The different notes.
the honey. All right, and this here is the...
Lychee rose lemonade.
Lychee rose.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, nice. I like the taste of that too.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm coming back over here now because I didn't even talk about this. So this is Sneaky Juices?
Yes.
Sneaky Juice. So does that mean they have alcohol in it? Sneak up on you?
No, it's all health and wealth. It's, freshly squeezed like she stated, and we keep everything natural. So we try to give you that feeling back.
Good. Now what's this right here? This is a little shot of something. Anti-inflammation.
Yes.
Apple ginger.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So that helps you. That's our wellness shots. So it's good to take one at least once a day.
At least once a day, and people can get this whether they order
Correct.
from here or they order from over here. I love it. Now I got to ask you. So Jody was talking about the business model that it's a brilliant business model. How can you two talk to the fact of how that has helped you in your business? I'll start with you.
Yeah, so before Jody, I was in the corporate world. So and behind a desk, at a building, and being with Jody, you're able to open yourself up and present what your craft is. So he introduced entrepreneurship to me and my family, and he brought us in family-oriented to bring out things that you didn't know that you actually had the creativity to do.
Yeah, and how about you, Ray?
Same, pretty much. Before 80/20, I had a cafe in a different location that I had closed previously. So I was kind of feeling stuck. And 80/20, Jody gave me a new hub to literally work from and have my customers come to, and kind of start developing new stuff and pivot. So yeah, all about collective economics, and it is very much family oriented.
Collective economics,
Yeah.
that's truly what this is all about. So you guys make sure that you get out there and visit the 80/20. You have a multitude of choices from vendors to the activities and to the entertainment. Get out there and check it out for yourself. Now, I am going to finish taking some of this stuff, and I'm going to eat another part of that. I'm going to get all of that. But we got to go to commercial break, and when we come back, Brandon Bowers is going to perform live once again. So stay right there. We'll be right back. Can I have this lemon? Is it okay? This segment is brought to you by Stanton Optical.
Book an eye exam or walk into Stanton Optical today to meet with one of our eye care specialists for same-day eye exams and same-day glasses. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Welcome back to Living 757. Ashley, another great fun show. And unlike you, I am full. I am stuffed.
You know,
Got the
I
jerk
was
chicken in my
gonna
body.
say, I need to know what you did to butter up our producer so that you had every food segment in the show.
That's easy. So for y'all that don't know, our producer indulges in and loves dry chicken for some reason. She doesn't like to drink anything with it. She just wants to just have dry chicken. And I bought her a bucket of it. And I said, here.
You bought her a bucket of dry chicken.
A bucket of dry chicken. It was so dry, I put a hair dryer on it and took out the moisture. That's how dry it was. Shout out to Melly Mel, Savage Ginger, Ginger Savage.
So that's what he did.
Yeah, to get that food, because you always get the food segment.
Well, I'm jealous of your full tummy. And now I'm hungry, so we have to end the show.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you want to see Ashley on another food segment, there are so many more to come, especially this summer. So we are looking forward to that. And folks, if you want to follow us, you can always check out our past episodes and even our current episodes on our YourView app. And of course, on our TikToks.
And our Instagram and our Facebook.
And
you
we're
can
doing
always,
reels and all types of stuff.
Yes, we do all sorts of funny stuff. And you can also email share@living757.com.
Yeah. Well, we got to leave you with a performance, another performance by Brandon Bauer. This is called Everything. See you later, folks.
La da, la da, la da, da. La da, la da, la da, 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 da. Cross the river, I'm a dreamer, but I've never crossed my backyard. I build a bridge so everyone can see, but the plans ain't left from my heart. Take a step and turn it over to your father, or leave it in the shadows of what you gon' do. Ain't no effort in vain gonna prosper. Feel me when I'm fussing, Lord, and maybe now I'll listen to you. Maybe now I'll listen to you. She never talk about her problems. You know the smile on her face make you think that there are none. She give you everything you need from her. She hide the pain, she put it away for the rainy day. Baby, listen to your soul's forgiveness and position of your whole existence. Depends on this one thing. You ain't hurt me first, but I ask somebody, baby. But I ask somebody, baby. But I ask somebody. I said me and you were created to know, love and forgive the whole world too. And if we do yesterday, then tomorrow might be a better place. Take us to a better place. This is what I've been trying to say. Oh, this is what I'm trying to say. Every time I lay eyes on you, I feel the temperature rising. So caught up in this world for to bring a man straight down and dying. But baby, when I feel for you, doing it's just some out the bone and true. Woo! I can't deny it, my problem let me hide it. So baby, no, woo! Oh, come on, baby. Me and you, so me and you were created to love and forgive. The whole world too soon shall follow it, shall. If we do this today, then tomorrow might be a better place. Put a smile upon my face, take me to a better place. Why? You know you want love, you got to give love. And from the bottom to the top, I'm here to promote love. But I'm standing on my metaphorical corner, baby. I need a spiritual dollar. I know you probably ain't got time for this. But when the funk hits the floor, make everybody wanna dance to this. Woo! Swing side to side, but don't forget to keep your butt alive in 2024. No, everybody needs a little more in 2024 now. Please, can we have a little bit more in 2024 now?